Hi everyone, Namaste. So in the last class we completed second law of thermodynamics and entropy formulas. So we continue the topic entropy. So we completed spontaneity. So what is the spontaneity? So a process is said to be spontaneous when it will be takes place without any external influence after the initiation. And any process is taking place by influence. So it is called non-spontaneous. So how do I identify which is a spontaneous, which is a non-spontaneous? So condition I already told. When delta H is negative, that is called spontaneous process. When entropy delta S is positive, that is called spontaneous process. So two conditions are given. For spontaneous process, delta H will be negative, delta S will be positive. So delta S is the entropy change, and delta H is the enthalpy change. Now, so entropy formula I already given. Delta S is equal Q reversible by temperature. And this Q reversible, when you are coming to chemical reactions, so this we are taking as heat at constant pressure, that means enthalpy. So it is, you can also write delta H by T, or we can write delta Q by T. Change in heat also we can write. So delta Q by T or delta H by T. So for different process, if we have to derive the entropy equation, we will see at which process what is the formula of entropy. So what is the actual equation? Delta S is equal delta Q by T. If we are doing integration, so we can take this as a delta S is equal, so integration of, we can take for small change, so delta can be written as dq by T. So both are same. For different process we have to take, we are taking as integration. And when we are taking integration for a small change, delta Q is large change, so D is the small change. So for a small change we are writing as dq by T, or you can write Q by T. But remember, from the first law of thermodynamics, you know that delta is equal Q plus W. So this is the first law of thermodynamics. So delta U is equal, for small change, this we can write as dq plus dw. From this, what is the dq value? dq is equal, this is also we are taking a small, du is equal dq plus dw. So dq is equal du minus dw. Just from first law of thermodynamics. So delta is equal to Q plus W. So for small change, du is equal to dq plus dw. dq is equal to du minus dw. So in entropy equations, when we are substituting, delta is equal to Q by T. That is delta Q by T. For small change, we can use the integration of dq by T. So from this, delta S is equal, so in place of dq, we can write this one du minus dw by T. So when you are separating, this will be integration of du by T minus dw by T. So this equation is most important. From this we can derive the formulas. So change in entropy is integration of du by T minus dw by T. So from this, delta S is equal to du is the internal energy. So what is the internal energy? Internal energy, we know that heat at constant volume. Is it that? Internal energy means heat at constant volume. So heat at constant volume QV is equal to N into CV into delta T. Remember this. QV is nothing but internal energy. So that is N into CV into delta T. So we can write in place of du, we can write integration of mCV into dt. For small change, we are writing dt divided by T minus, and this is the work what is the formula for minus P into dV by T. What formula? Minus Px into delta V. So delta V we are writing as dV. So from this, so N is a constant, we are taking as number of moles. Cv is also constant. So from this we can write N into Cv into integration of dt by T minus pdV by T. From the ideal gas equation, PV is equal to nRT. But here PV is equal to nRT. From this, what is the P? P is equal to nRT by V. So in place of P, we can write nRT by V. So minus nRT by V into dV by T. So from this, N into Cv into integration of dt by T minus into minus will be plus nRT. nR is a constant. I am taking outside nR into. So this T and T we can cancel. Will become remaining integration of dV by V. So T and T will be cancelled. So from this finally NCV into integration of dt by T will become ln T2 by T1. Remember, integration of T3 by T is equal to ln T2 by T plus this will be nR ln V2 by V1. So this is the formula. From this ln value we can convert it to log. It will be 2.303 NCV into log T2 by T1 plus 2.303 nR log V2 by V1. So this is the formula of delta S. So change in entropy. Final formula delta S is equal to 2.303 NCV log T2 by T1 plus 2.303 nR log V2 by V1. So from this formula just I have integrated. So yesterday class I completed delta S is equal to heat by temperature. At a given temperature, how much heat we are passing. Based on that, entropy will be changed. More heat we are passing, more entropy will be changed. So delta S is equal to Q by T. For small change, we can write as dQ. So delta S is equal to integration of dQ by T. So dQ means that is the heat. From the first law of thermodynamics, delta is equal to Q plus W. So from that, Q formula will become U minus W. So on integration, this will be dU by T minus dW by T. So dU is the internal energy. Internal energy is nothing but heat at constant volume. So heat at constant volume formula N into Cv into delta T. So just this value are substituted. And similarly dW is the work. Work is equal to Px into delta V. For small change I am writing dV. So P is equal to nRT by V from ideal gas equation. I am substituting. Finally I am getting this one. So this is the final formula of entropy. This we can use for any different process. For example, if the process is isothermal, so we know that isothermal means temperature is constant. So when temperature is constant, so T2 by T1 will become 1, log 1 will be 0, this total will be 0. So for isothermal process, so delta S will be 2.303 nR log V2 by V1 or 2.303 nR log V2 by V1 we can write P1 by P2 for pressure is given. So this is for isothermal because isothermal change in temperature is 0. So T2 by T1 will become 1. Log 1 is equal to 0. 0 into something will be 0. So for isothermal process, so temperature factor we are removing. So this is the formula for isothermal entropy change. Similarly, when volume is less, when volume is changing V2 by V1 and pressure is changing P1 by P2. Why? Because volume pressure both are inversely proportional. Similarly, if you are writing for isoporic. And the process is isoporic. Isoporic means what? Volume is constant. And volume is constant, V2 by V1 will become 1. Log 1 is equal to 0. So this we can remove. For isoporic process, delta S is equal to 2.303 mCv into log T2 by T1. So this formula directly we can use for isoporic process. Just I derived the formulas. So the actual derivation is not required. The final formulas are important. For isothermal, entropy change formula. For isoporic, entropy change formula. Similarly, if the process is isobaric, isobaric means pressure constant. When the pressure is constant, remember here in place of volume we can write pressure also. This will be P1 by P2. Is it or not? But if it is the pressure is constant, P1 by P2 will be 1, it will be 0. Again formula is the same. So what is the formula? Delta S is equal to 2.303 mCv into log T2 by T1. But remember, when pressure is constant, so this Cv we have to take as Cp, because Cp is the heat at constant pressure. We are taking at constant pressure, Cv we are writing as Cp. This is the formula 2.303 mCp into log T2 by T1. For isoporic, it will be C1. Volume is constant, it will be Cv. And pressure is constant, it will be Cp. So, isothermal, isoporic, isobaric. If you are taking for adiabatic, if the process is adiabatic, so in adiabatic process, directly delta S will be 0. Why? Because delta S formula, Q by T direct formula. So dq or delta Q, so this will be the 0. Heat will be 0 in adiabatic process. So delta S is also 0. So in adiabatic process, entropy change directly 0. In isobaric process, based on temperature, 2.303 mCp into log T2 by T1. Isoporic, Cv values they will give. Isothermal process based on the pressure or volume, whatever they are giving. So these four formulas are entropy change formulas at different process. So direct formula is delta S is equal to Q by T, already given in the last class. So based on that, these formulas we derive in different process. See this question. So 2 moles of auto gas in a closed container is heated from 0 Celsius to 273 Celsius. Find the change in entropy. Here temperature is changing from 0 to 273. So we have to change in entropy find. So some extra values are given. Cv value is given 2.5 R, Cp is given 1.5 R, R value is 8.314 Joule kilonewtons mole inverse. Now, so use the formula. So I given 4 formulas. So which formulas we have to put, that is important. So see this, the 2 moles of O2 gas in a closed container. So your container is closed, temperature is changing. Now which is the constant that we have to take, pressure constant or volume constant? Closed container, when container is closed, that means volume is constant. In a closed vessel, volume is always constant. So this is a isoporic process. So in isoporic process, what is the formula? So change in entropy, delta S is equal to 2.303 mCv. Because volume is constant, we are taking Cv into log T2 by T1. So substitute the values, so you can get the answer. So since it is an isoporic process, we are using this formula. So from this 2.303 into number of moles, we are taking 2 moles. Cv value is given 2.5 into R. R value is 8.314 into log T2 by T1. Initial temperature 0 Celsius, final temperature 273. We have to take in Kelvin. 273 Celsius means 546 Kelvin by 0 means 273. So remaining we can calculate. 2.303 into 2 into 2.5 into 8.314 into this will be 2 log 2 value will be 0.3010. Just multiply it, you can get answer. So based on the question, first we have to find what is the process. It is isothermal or adiabatic or isochoric, isobaric. First we have to identify the process, then we have to substitute the formulas. See another question here. 2 moles of a gas undergoing following change. Calculate the change in entropy. So gas is given in 2 moles. So 2 moles of a given gas is expanding like this. So in this process, just we have to identify what is the process. We have to calculate change in entropy. The entropy has 4 formulas are given: isothermal, isochoric, isobaric. Adiabatic directly it will be 0, and direct formula also are given. So which formula we have to use? Here see this, the graph is the pressure versus volume. So this pressure versus volume graph. So when our pressure versus volume graph is given, so this is mostly either adiabatic or isothermal. So curve like this is given, adiabatic or isothermal. But here observe that if it is an isothermal process, constant temperature, from Boyle's law, P1 V1 is equal P2 V2. Initial pressure into initial volume must be equal to final pressure into final volume. See this, initial pressure will be 2. See this, initial pressure will be 2 and whose volume will be 3. So 2 into 3 will be 6. Similarly, so pressure 6 into volume 1. 6 into 1 is also 6. That means, so P1 V1 is equal to P2 V2. So this must be isothermal process. Isothermal means P1 V1 is equal to P2 V2 according to Boyle's law. This is simply Boyle's law curve, PV curve. This is isothermal process. Just see this. So pressure 2 is equal to 3 liters volume. Pressure 6 is equal to 1 liter volume. So pressure into volume, 6 into 1 6, 2 into 3 also 6. That means P1 V1 is equal to P2 V2. That will be isothermal. So in isothermal process, what is the change in entropy formula? Delta S is equal to isothermal process formula 2.303 NR log. So we can take final volume V2 by V1. So final volume V2 by V1 we can take. So finally this will be 2.303 into number of moles will be 2 moles. R value will be 8.314. That means here CVCP is not required because it is isothermal process. In isothermal process CVCP is not required. Directly you are substituting R value into log. Final volume will be 3. Initial volume will be 1. So it will be log 3. So log 3 value will be 2 into 8.314 into 0.447 something log 3 value. Just on multiplying, we get the answer. So like that, just process we have to identify. It is isothermal, isobaric, isochoric. So we can substitute its formula. See this question. This is the yesterday questions are given in the exam. Standard entropies of X2, Y2, XY3 are 60, 40, 50 is all Kelvin inverse, mole inverse respectively. For this reaction, enthalpy is also given. So reaction should be at equilibrium. What is the temperature required? At what temperature reaction should be at equilibrium? That is the question is asking. First write the given equation of X2 plus 3 by 2 Y2 produce XY3. And for this, reactants and products entropies are given. First, calculate change in entropy. So, change in entropy of any chemical reaction is equal to entropy of products minus entropy of reactants. Any reaction, change in entropy is equal to products entropy minus reactant entropy. What are the products here? XY3 is the product. XY3 entropy is given how much? 50. So product entropy will be 50. So similarly, minus reactants entropy. Reactants will be X2. That is a half mole is given 1 by 2 X2. X2 value is given 60. 1 by 2 into 60 will be 30. Plus another reactant is Y2. Y2 value is given 40. But moles are 3 by 2. 3 by 2 into 40. So total will be cancelled. 3 by 2 into 40 will be 60. So this will be 90. 50 minus 90 will be minus 40. So delta S units are given in joules. So it will be joule, Kelvin inverse, mole inverse. At the same time, enthalpy is also given. Delta H is given minus 30 kilojoule. So delta S we calculated for the reaction. Delta H already given. So we have to calculate temperature. So what is the relation between entropy and enthalpy? We know that delta S is equal to Q by T. So Q is nothing but heat. This is a heated constant pressure. So directly we can take as enthalpy. For chemical reaction, heat we are taking as enthalpy. So delta S is equal to delta H by T. From this, temperature is equal to delta H by delta S. Delta H value given minus 30 kilojoules is given. Converted to joules into 10 cube. By delta S given in joules, directly place like value, minus minus will be cancelled. So 30 by 40, 0.75 into 10 cubes. This will be nearly 750. So 750 is the required temperature. The same like questions are important. This formula is the most important. Mostly entropy question they will give like this question. Enthalpy they will give, temperature they will give, they ask entropy. Or both they will give, they ask temperature. So when temperature is equal to delta H by delta S, that is called equilibrium condition. So this equilibrium condition will explain in the next class. But in equilibrium condition, temperature must be equal to delta H by delta S. Remember, when temperature is equal to delta H by delta S, the condition is called equilibrium. When temperature is greater than delta H by delta S, the process is called spontaneous. Temperature is less than delta H by delta H or delta S, it is called non-spontaneous. How these formulas are came, I will explain in the next class. But equal means equilibrium, and temperature is greater than, that is the spontaneous, temperature is less than, that is a non-spontaneous. So this condition will come in the next class. Just practice all entropy questions.